You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
All right, let's kick it off checking on your forecast.
Chesley, let's just set up a sprinkler in the parking lot and call it a day.
We can just frolic right on through it. We're going to need that because the temperatures will be high once again this afternoon. You're looking at a heat advisory that kicks in at 11 o'clock and will last through 8 p.m. All the highlighted counties you see right here, except for our far northern counties right at the border between North Carolina and Georgia. You're looking at 90s for today, mid to upper 90s in a lot of spots. And when you factor in the humidity, it's going to make it feel like the triple digits out there. So we can see a heat index between 105 and 110. That could lead to heat illness in a lot of spots. So take your time outside. Hour by hour shows the temperature starting off in the 70s, very muggy out. 85 by 10. We'll hit 95 by 2 on our way to 96 for an afternoon high. But again, it will feel like the triple digits this afternoon. Only a 20 to 30% chance for an isolated shower. Most of us won't see anything at all today, except we'll feel the heat.
You're taking a live look at the U.S. Capitol, where in just a few hours, a House committee will hold its third hearing on the deadly January 6th attack. This morning, a Georgia congressman is facing questions about a tour he gave inside the Capitol the day before the mob descended on Washington, D.C.
New video appears to show that at least one man who marched on the building was also on that same tour.
Ariana Maniz is live with the latest. Ariana, what's the congressman saying about all of this?
Aisha, Cheryl, Representative Loudermilk, he says that the committee has never spoken to him directly, but his colleagues on the House Select Committee, they are making it clear that they do, in fact, want to speak to the Georgia congressman. They say they have questions surrounding surveillance video that they recently released of Loudermilk leading a tour a day before the Capitol insurrection. Now, in a letter they say they sent over to Loudermilk, they say they find it suspicious that a man seen in the video that he took pictures of hallway staircases and security checkpoints. But Capitol Police, they actually say they did not find this video suspicious. Now, the committee, they also released video of that same man yelling threats towards certain members of Congress the day of the riot while he was marching around the Capitol complex. Now, Loudermilk, he's pushing back and says the committee's claims are baseless. Meanwhile, today's insurrection hearings are set to focus on a pressure campaign deployed by former President Trump against Vice President Mike Pence. We repeatedly remember when Trump called on Pence to refuse to do his constitutional duty of certifying the 2020 election results. Back to you.
All right, Ariana, thank you. New details this morning about popular baby formula Enfamil. The Biden administration announcing that the base powder that is used to make it will be shipped this month to a Minnesota plant. A lot of it. It will be nearly 5 million pounds of the powder. That can make nearly 6 million cans of formula. The Biden administration says the cans will be in stores in a few weeks.
This morning, water supply in Billings, Montana is getting back to normal after historic flooding in the area forced it to shut down. But it could be weeks or even months before Yellowstone National Park reopens. Devastating floodwaters wiped out miles of roads and hundreds of bridges in Yellowstone, damaging homes in those surrounding communities.
The CDC releasing new guidance on how to identify monkeypox during this outbreak. It's based on the symptoms doctors have observed so far. In many recent cases, symptoms now also include a rash that spreads to the lower parts of the body. Right now, the U.S. is experiencing the largest monkeypox outbreak ever. 72 reported cases of monkeypox, including 2 here in Georgia.
And COVID cases are going up in Georgia. We're talking 25% in just the last 2 weeks. That is about 2,800 new cases every day. But in a matter of days, children as young as 6 months could finally get some protection from COVID-19. An FDA panel just signed off on 2 new vaccines for this age group. Molly Oak live with more. Molly, what comes next here as these parents have been waiting for this for a long time?
Yeah, that's the big thing people want to know, Aisha, right? How young can we get our kids vaccinated and when can we start getting them vaccinated? So I want you to take a look at your screen. Check out this information we've got for you. Moderna's vaccine will be for kids 6 months old to 5 years old. And according to Georgia Department of Public Health, the first wave of orders have 9,400 doses coming into the state, while Pfizer's vaccine is for 6 months old to 4-year-olds. And DPH says that order has more than 27,000 doses. It says providers should be ready to get the first wave of orders on Monday. Meanwhile, the second wave of orders was placed on Tuesday. They expect those orders to come in following that week. Back to you all.
Let's check out a look at some of the stories you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Some lawmakers in our nation's capital will focus on the number of COVID infections rising across the country. A Senate committee will hold a hearing on how the federal government is responding right now and what they will do in the future to fight the virus. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky and Dr. Anthony Fauci, who's battling COVID, are on the list to testify.
President Biden is doing more to help curb inflation. He is signing the Ocean Shipping Reform Act. It will help cut fees truckers pay when exporting food and household products that could have caused a massive supply chain issue.
In less than 12 hours, Atlanta will find out if the city will become the next host of a FIFA World Cup match. The big announcement comes later this evening, and we are going up against 16 other cities. 11 Alive Sports will be at the Benz for the big announcement. They're going to bring you those updates online and on 11 Alive News at 5 and 6.
Can't wait. All right, the city of Atlanta and DeKalb County are helping people stay safe in this heat wave. Atlanta has opened the old MLK Natatorium on Boulevard as a cooling center from noon to 7. In DeKalb, most recreation centers and libraries throughout the county are going to be open. There's also free access to pools from 2 to 4. Chesley?
All right, thanks a lot, Cheryl. Got plans for this afternoon? Maybe have a date outside for eating your lunch. Maybe want to go inside. Temperature's right near 90 degrees. And with that humidity, it's going to feel much warmer out there. We'll have mostly sunny skies by noon. 3 o'clock, looking at the same. There will be a chance for an isolated shower to start bubbling up by the time we get toward 3 o'clock. Very isolated. 96 will be your temperature on our way to 96 for high, obviously. And by driving home, down to 92 degrees with partly cloudy skies by then. A hot day on tap for us, folks, once again.
All right, I was going to say, Chesley, men, don't take a woman outside on a date today at all.
Sweet tea, extra ice.
Yes.
Still take it inside.
Sounds like Chick-fil-A.
Stay cool, everybody, no doubt. Today's show next.